some hardcore PlayStation Persona weird fanboy dudes are more excited to see PlayStation continue to get fake exclusives like Persona than the actual health of the company with Sega and Atlus. We've seen over the course of the past year or so, Sega state multiple times that profits are going down, that Persona 5 Royale in Japan did not meet up to sales expectations, that they are having issues delivering the type of content that they need to deliver, that they're simply not doing well enough. Yet despite all of these signs, we still have people out here based off of Persona 5 Scramble's initial Japanese sales that haven't been revealed yet as of the time that I'm recording this video, but for the fact that it sold better on the PlayStation 4, Persona 5 Scramble, not a mainline Persona game like Persona 3 or 4 or 5, but Persona 5 Scramble. Basing that off of it selling better on the PlayStation, that Persona should stay exclusive to PlayStation, and that Nintendo fans are port beggars and didn't go out there and buy the game. Now, there is all sorts of stupidity that we can talk about this, and it's barely even worth addressing, but this is what I'm talking about when it comes to certain people on the internet and this fake console war. We will expose stupidity on this channel. We will discuss this nonsense on this channel, and we'll make sure to bring back logical and factual things to shut down this type of narrative that people try to explain, but they have no business sense, they have no idea what they're talking about, and really it's just to defend their favorite piece of plastic. And before I get into this, no, I don't care about Shin Megami Tensei. Let it come to the PlayStation, let it come to the Xbox, let it come to the Atari VCS, let it come to Game Boy. I don't care at this point. Atlus as a company, Sega as a company need to get their head out of the sand. They are leagues behind other Japanese companies like Koei Tecmo, Capcom, and Bandai Namco. All of those companies know what they're doing a lot more than Atlus and Sega. Square Enix as well. Heck, dare I even say Konami? No, I won't go that far, but man, Sega is looking like the next Konami to me when it comes to all these decisions that they've been deciding to make. They're acting like they have no development teams. They have no funds to do things the right way, because they're not. But getting back to the stupidity that I'm seeing with Persona 5 Scramble, to sit there and say, well, since it sold 2 times better or something like that on the PlayStation without the official numbers, and this doesn't include digital, this is the COMG charts, and this is before we get the official numbers with retail sales in the media crate, or more like the Famitsu numbers at this point, used to be the media crate. This is before all of that, but this seems like it's a little bit of a confusing topic for some people. So wait, you're going to tell me that the PlayStation, which has gotten pretty much every single mainline Persona game exclusive, in addition to spin-offs exclusive like the dancing games and stuff like that, not all of the spin-offs, but there are a number of spin-offs that are also exclusive as well to PlayStation brands, you're going to tell me that there is a bigger install base of PlayStation Persona fans that will buy a Persona game over the Nintendo Switch, which has never received a single Persona game to date? All we've gotten is Persona Q and Persona Q2 for Nintendo fans on the 3DS, so we've gotten nothing on the Nintendo Switch. So you're going to tell me that more people bought it on PlayStation over that? Is anybody shocked by that? Is anybody actually shocked by that? They've been catering to PlayStation fans for the last 20 years. Of course, there's going to be more of a base on the PlayStation, but this is where the nonsense kind of comes into play, as if that's a problem. No, that's not a problem. The reason why you introduce a Switch version in the first place is, one, because Omega Force, the people who made the game, already have the engine running on the Nintendo Switch. So if the engine is already running on the Nintendo Switch, you have a large install base of people who own the Nintendo Switch in Japan, more than people who own the PlayStation 4 in Japan. Why would you not put the game on there? Why would there be a reason to not put the game on there? So you can sell less on just the PlayStation? Because we've seen it with other games that came out just on PlayStation right before. I mean, you can sell like God Eater, for example, on the PlayStation 4. Well, you know, it kind of sold a little bit less without having a portable option. So they ported God Eater over to the Nintendo Switch in order to get more sales, because that's what smart companies do, which God Eater had never appeared on a Nintendo system beforehand. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, that is a game, the Sword Art Online franchise, that never appeared on a Nintendo system. But hey, the Nintendo Switch is doing well. They've already got the PS4 and Xbox One version. You have Unreal Engine 4, so it makes sense. You port it over so you can sell more. Not that it's going to sell more, the Switch version, than the PlayStation 4 version or other versions, but it's because you want to sell more, because the cost of development compared to how much you can make off of it exceeds. You think of a business plan. It costs this much to make this game. We can sell this much on this system. We make profit. Good. Obviously, you want to sell as much as possible, but it's not a race. And of course, anybody who's at Atlus and at Sega, they already know that the PlayStation version is going to do better because they already have a set installed base of PlayStation fans with that. So all these people that are going online and trying to reach for these examples and saying, see, I told you, this is the reason why PlayStation should be exclusive with Persona. This is the reason why, because people aren't buying it. That is just nonsense. It's only in Japan. There's no eShop sales being considered, where on the eShop right now, Persona 5 Scramble is actually number 5 or number 6 over Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's still going to sell. And on top of that, which some people didn't want to reference because of the clickbait title that was on certain websites, it was only in Japan. The game is not available everywhere else. The game's not available everywhere else for people to purchase. And all Atlus and Sega are going to do is sell more copies. So why do you want to take that away from them? Why do you want to sell less copies? Because no matter what way you cut it, if you don't have Persona 5 Scramble on the Nintendo Switch, it will sell less copies. And the engine's already on the Nintendo Switch. And Omega Force already has experience developing on the Nintendo Switch, so it's not like it's a big deal for them to get it out on that system. So what's the good reason to not have it on there? Because it's sold better on PlayStation? Think about how absolutely stupid that sounds, right? So I guess we shouldn't get Dragon Quest anymore on PlayStation systems, because Dragon Quest Builders 2 did much better on the Nintendo Switch than it did on the PlayStation 4. So therefore, I guess Dragon Quest shouldn't come to PlayStation systems anymore, right? No, that's nonsense. When it comes down to it, guys, Persona is long overdue to not only be on one system. It really is. Sega's profits have been dipping. They've even said themselves with Persona 5 Royale, it didn't sell up to what they wanted it to sell in Japan. So you need to expand a little bit. This whole niche, Persona is our type of thing and it shouldn't go to anything else, is silly. And honestly, it's killing the company, all right? It's killing them because they're not making enough off of what I consider to be a top tier franchise. Persona should be doing way better than what it actually is. Persona should be on multiple platforms so it can sell more. It doesn't matter if the PlayStation version sells more, if there was an Xbox version or a Switch version or a PC version. It should just be there. If there is no exclusivity deal, which a lot of people like to say maybe there is or there isn't, but Atlus is the one asking Switch owners if they want to see mainline Persona on the Nintendo Switch. Atlus is the one that's going out there for the past 3 years and has been saying that with their surveys. So it's not like it's just Switch fans going over there and saying, we need this, we need this, we need this. They've been asking for how long now, and they haven't been hitting their sales targets for their games only on the PlayStation, because PlayStation is becoming less and less popular in Japan compared to the Nintendo Switch. So people just aren't buying as much as they used to buy in previous generations with PlayStation systems in Japan. So it makes sense for them to expand. That is the right business move to do, considering how popular the Switch is. You plant your seed in terms of what you need to do with Persona 5 Scramble, and eventually you move it to where more people can get interested in your franchise so you can sell more copies of games. That's what a smart business does. That's what all smart businesses in Japan are doing. You rarely see top franchises from other companies like Square Enix or other companies like Koei Tecmo or Capcom be only on PlayStation and not on other platforms. Monster Hunter World, for example, Square Enix, obviously they have a deal with Final Fantasy VII Remake to come first on PlayStation, but it's coming to other systems after that. Right? You don't really see that with a lot of these third-party companies because they know that it's probably not a good idea for their mainline franchises if you want them to sell more and become more popular. So that's my thought process on all of this. This whole fanboy console war nonsense. Persona needs to be exclusive because of Persona 5 Scramble, sales in Japan only. That's silly. They sold more copies of the game by having it on both systems than only having it on one. Facts, plain and simple. So that's my thought process. People that are spewing this nonsense are silly, don't understand business, and there's a reason why, that they're just sitting there arguing over plastic instead of actually running businesses themselves. So what do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description below. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news. Also, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you for the next one. Peace.